Hello, my loves. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had a nice Labor Day. We are discussing when people come to us and ask us for more than we are capable of giving or willing to give. And this is something every single one of us has faced, including your kids. Your kids at school, somebody may have wanted to borrow their homework. Borrow a pen, borrow their sweater, borrow their coat. We've all faced it. As your child gets older, and we have all, I would say 90% of us have gone through this, especially in high school, sharing clothes, borrowing each other's dresses or shirts and jeans and such. It's what kids do. But be prepared to get it back damaged or not get it back at all. As you get older, friends may ask to borrow your diamond earrings, your pearls, your heirloom pins, brooches, whatever it may be. That's hard. You love your friend, but, you love grandma's, antique brooch more. You have to think about this. Lending money back and forth. Somebody comes to you want to borrow, $10. That's no big deal. They want a couple of thousand. Do you have that? Are they asking you for more than you are willing to give or more than you can afford to give? Somebody comes to you and opens their heart to you and shares how they feel about you. Maybe they're wanting a relationship and you're not on the same page. So they're asking you for more than you're willing to give or capable of giving. That's what we're talking about. Boundaries are so important. You have to create them. You have to respect your own boundaries, and we have to have other people respect our boundaries too, as we respect theirs. And when somebody comes to you and asks for something you're not willing to give up, you're not willing to give them several $1,000s. If they're a friend, they'll understand. They will. And maybe it's really hard for them to come to you. So just say, I can't afford to do this. I just can't. But let's put our heads together and see what we can come up with. That's a nice way to get around that. Don't just say, oh, hell no, and walk away. Be helpful, be kind. They may be in a real spot. So put your heads together and see what you can come up with. If it's a relationship, that's hard. It is. It is very hard. You don't want to hurt a friend, but you don't want to lead someone on. You don't want to play with their emotions. That's so cruel. I would say 50% of my clients, roughly 50%, that's what's going on with them. Is somebody is manipulating them, playing with their emotions. At times scamming them, which that just infuriates me. But you can only feel what you feel. You have to be honest with yourself about what you feel. You have to be honest with them. Tell them, you're not on the same page. Love them to the moon and back as a friend, but that's all it is. You're just not there. Now, maybe you can get there in time. Maybe it's one of those things, it's not ever going to happen. But be honest with them and be honest with yourself, because you're both worth it. It's not about feeding your ego. It's about feeding your soul. And I know people are so tired of my saying that, but it's very true. Respecting your boundaries feeds your soul. People-pleasing feeds your ego. Somebody comes to you and wants to borrow your diamond earrings. Oh, sure, here you go. Okay, why are you doing that? These may be worth several $1,000s. Why are you lending them to someone? You may get them back, you may not. Are you doing this so this person will like you? So you will stay in their good graces. Kids are notorious for this. Somebody will want to borrow their homework, their library book, a sweater, whatever it is, a favorite toy. And they want to be friends with them so bad, they will agree. Come on. Let's talk to the kiddos about boundaries. Boundaries are important. And in a relationship, somebody wants something from you you're not ready for, say it. If someone's wanting a physical relationship and you're not there, tell them, I'm not there yet. And be proud when you say that. That's nothing to be embarrassed about or ashamed of. Saying I'm not there yet tells them that you have boundaries, that you respect yourself, you respect your body, and you respect the relationship. Now, if they respect you and they respect the relationship, they're going to be okay with that. They're not going to pressure you. They're not going to just say, well, screw you and walk off. If they do, well, then you've seen their true colors. They really weren't a friend anyway. So that's something to think about. For those of us that are professionals, many times clients will approach us for money. Seriously. Can't do it. I've had it happen, I don't know, a handful of times. Sorry, can't do it. It's not going to happen. And it makes them mad. But ethically, I can't do that. And I'm not going to. I know boundaries. I respect boundaries. No. I have had clients that, have a little bit of a crush. It's considered transference because, especially with somebody, with doctors, mental health professionals, probably clergy as well, there's an intimate emotional relationship because you're talking about very intimate personal things, and they build a trust. And then that trust leads to, for them, they assume there's a relationship there, that it's a professional relationship. There's nothing inappropriate being said or done, but they kind of get a little bit of a crush on you. And they may confess that. They may ask you out. They may say all kinds of things, and you just have to explain, I understand where you're coming from, but sweetheart, this is transference. It's just because I know, your deepest, darkest hopes, dreams, and secrets, and you feel safe with me. And so much of an intimate relationship is based on feeling safe. And that's all it is. So, no. And they understand. They do. And then a few months down the road, they're really glad because, their marriage is working out. They've met someone special. And that just makes my heart happy, when it all works out. And it does. It does. So these are things we all face. It's all about boundaries. Respect yourself, respect your boundaries, respect the relationship with your friend, whomever it is. One last thing. If you are in an intimate relationship with someone and they are asking you to do something you're not comfortable with, don't allow them to pressure you into something you're not ready for, something that you're scared of, something you don't believe in. You stand your ground. And if they don't like it, well, that's their problem, not yours, because it's your body. And I don't care what they're asking you to do. If it makes you uncomfortable, if it frightens you, say no and stand firm in that. If they don't like it, they can leave. That's fine. Because obviously, when you say no, they don't respect you. If they leave. If they start pressuring you, they don't respect you. They're putting their needs way ahead of yours. All relationships have to be based on open, honest communication, non-judgmental communication, trust. They have to trust you. They have to respect you. So please keep that in mind if somebody's pressuring you to do something. And that includes in marriages. People, I talk to people all the time, and somebody's wanting to bring extra people into the relationship. They're wanting to, entertain some very unusual fetishes. Have an open, honest, non-judgmental conversation about this. Lay all the cards out on the table and speak your mind and stick to your decision. I mean, if you're willing to one time, that's between, you and your spouse or significant other. If you're not, say no. Say, I'm sorry, there's just no way I'm comfortable doing this. If they love you, if they respect you, if they respect the relationship, they're going to be okay with that. It's all about boundaries. Create them, respect them, because you're worthy.